And speaking of that event where these 17 men were killed, in this book, they have an excerpt that's a letter from an Army officer that got published in a newspaper about that event. And I'm going to read it. The bodies were found in a small circle, stripped as naked as when born and frozen stiff. Their heads had been battered in, and some of them had been entirely chopped off. Some of them had the Adam's apple cut out of their throats. Some had their hands and feet cut off, and nearly all had been horribly mangled in a way delicacy forbids me to mention. They lay scarcely 2 miles from the scene of the fight. Who can describe the feeling of that brave band as with anxious hearts beating, they strained their yearning eyes in the direction whence the help should come? What must have been the despair that, when all hopes of succor died out, nerved their stout arms to do and die? Round and round rush the red fiends. Smaller and smaller shrinks the circle, but the aim of that devoted gallant knot of heroes is steadier than ever, and the death howl of the murderous redskin is more frequent. But on they come in masses grim, with glittering lance and one long, loud, exulting whoop, as if the gates of hell had opened and loosed the whole infernal host. A well-directed volley from their trusty carbines makes some of the miscreants reel and fall, but their death rattles are drowned in the greater din. Soon every voice in that little band is still as death, but the hellish work of the savages is scarce begun, and their ingenuities are taxed to invent barbarities to practice on the bodies of the fallen brave. Some psychological warfare going on there. We know that the troopers at this time think you don't want to get captured by the Indians. Mm-hmm. And the reason that they think that is events like this. Mm-hmm. Mutilated bodies, everyone killed, no quarter given.